Hey guys, I'm Ghoul-Reaver, and today I want to show you around my build over at the Outpost Zimonja. So, just in case you're not sure where it is, the Outpost is all the way up to the north of the map, just outside 10 Penningsborough. So, let me show you around. So, as a main entrance, you come up to the track. Now I've got two main guard posts watching out. Coming in, you've got another one just right in the centre. So I wanted to beef these out a little bit more than I normally do, because normally they're just basically these standard posts. So I used the trailers and actually built them up to a guard station. So they've got a bed, somewhere to put the guns, a little bit of storage, and somewhere to sit down. So I can spend a decent bit of time. Now, both of the guards that are posted to the orange post and the blue post have both been bonded to the beds that are inside. So let's show you around the blue one. So again, a decent view of the main road coming up. And again, a little bit of decoration. Again, I've not really gone through the finer points of decorating, as I've said in previous. Just waiting for the mods to come out, so all of the decorations don't get ruined by the settlers themselves. Now, I wasn't really going to put this central one in. However, for some reason, with how the outpost works, you can't get rid of this bloody ladder. So, I couldn't figure out what I was going to do, so I thought, sod it, I'll just throw in another one of these trailers. Now, again, all I've done is a little bit of decorating, standard post, and again, somewhere to sit down.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
So, coming around the main central meeting place, if you will. So I've got my caravan marker. So, somewhere for the caravans and the guards to sit. And then I've got my first building. But before I go around there, I've also got my usual bar. So usually on a night, all the settlers come around and settle in this area for a couple of hours before they all go to bed. And then I've got my general store. Again, used another one of these trailers. They're really, really useful. So just rug glitched the stand in, threw some containers, a couple of posters, a little bit of light. So yeah, it looks really effective, I think. So I'll start this way. So coming up to my first house, I showed you a second ago. Again, quite basic. This one was a little bit annoying because there's nothing that you can do with this roof. I say it's one of the set pieces, so just have to build around it. So luckily the sofa sat in okay. Looks a little bit raised, but nothing drastic. So a little bit of decorating. And then a couple of beds. So I've tried to put at least 2 beds in each of the houses, apart from the main mess room. So coming down. So I've got another couple of traders. So this side, I've got my gun store. So again, just rug glitched the stand in just behind a fence. Didn't know whether it'd work, but managed to get a gun rack on the front. Couple more gun racks around the side. Not sure what I'm going to put in here, but I thought it looked pretty good. So coming round to the armour shack. Again, nice and basic, but still effective. Just got 4 mannequins, just with a couple of bits and pieces that I've got laying around. And I've got the other 2 up here. Again, wasn't sure whether they'd stand up there, but yeah, it works pretty well, I think. So coming round to the last room that's you can't really do anything with. Wasn't sure what to do, so I just threw a load of shit in it. So coming round. Now I did originally build this as a clothing store, but I thought, well, it's an outpost, you're not really going to have a clothing store. You've already got an armour shop, so there's no point having it. So I turned it into the Wasteland Workshop. So decided to put my weapons and armour benches in here. Again, just a couple of the larger weapon racks, a couple of mannequins, again, nice and basic. Had a load of raider armour from earlier on, so just threw it down in the corner. I think I'm going to build that up to a decent sized pile. Like I said in my previous videos, I don't use power armour at all, so instead of just having it lying around on stands, I'm just going to throw a few bits and pieces in the corner. So coming to the next one. Now again, I usually build one room that's solely just for me. So I've got somewhere in the settlement that I can go. And this is the one at the outpost. So again, trying to keep it as basic as possible. So all I've got is bed, container, as you can see I had to ruglage that through. Paintings, a couple of posters, and a desk. Now, I saw in a video a few months ago now, someone put in, obviously not these, but putting half a floor in and then filling it with containers. Thought it looked pretty good, and they're actually usable as well. So I've left them overhanging just a little bit, so you can actually still use them as containers rather than just being decorations. So next up, now I've noticed quite a lot of raids happening from this corner. I think there's a spawn point around here, so just throw up a bridge with a couple of turrets, nothing major, but seems to deal with everything quite nicely. Now next up, we've got the main setup mess room. So in here, got a few more beds, a few more containers. So try to do a little bit of decorating, but nothing, again, nothing drastic. A nice little lookout point. Just watching over my greenhouse. Now if we go upstairs, we've got a secondary room. Again, wasn't sure what to do with this up here, so just thought, just throw a few bits of clutter. I probably will fill it out a little bit more just to fill it up, but looking from the outside I think it looks pretty good with the cages and the totems. Now going into the room itself, again a little bit modest decorating, 4 more beds, again nice and basic. Coming back down, sorry for reading really quickly. Now I've got my next one. Now I wanted this to be a little bit more higher spec, so I've got my stairs coming through the floor. So a little kitchen area, couple of beds. I'm going to be putting a load of baseball stuff in here, so I thought I'll put a couple of posters up as well just above the beds. So a little sitting area, and then up to the roof garden. So I've just got 3 plots. I've only planted some tomatoes so far. A little bit of light, so on a night it shines up quite nicely. But again, you get really nice views up here as well. And next I'll show you the greenhouse. That's my first real build of a greenhouse, so I'm quite chuffed with this one. So, as soon as the majority of my settlers working here, I thought I'd make it a little bit more comfortable. Put a couple of fans up to circulate the air, and I've just absolutely ram-packed it full of moot fruit. So when the settlers are a little bit thirsty, so they don't have to trek all the way down to the middle of town, I throw in a couple of vending machines and an ice machine, so they can get a nice refreshing drink whenever they want. Down to the uppermost room. It's got a little bar, a couple of bits of plants, a little sofa, some more little bit of decorating. Then I've got my uppermost guard post. Again, I wanted it up here. Again, really nice views up here. So a couple more cages just to finish it off. And then I think I've got one more building to show you. Which is this one here. So again, nice and basic. Just a few bits and pieces. A couple more beds. So I tried to make it as compact as possible in here. So I've got a decent market area, so I've got a decent place for people to congregate and people aren't falling over themselves. But the rest of it, I wanted it to be as tightly packed as possible. Trying to build buildings on top of buildings, but I think it's worked quite well. Quite chuffed with it. As you can tell, it's obviously nowhere near finished yet. I've got loads and loads of decorating to do yet. But yeah, all in all, quite chuffed. So again, as I always say, if you have liked the video, please like the video itself. Subscribe to the channel. I will be adding more and more videos as soon as the mods come through. So I've got about 3 or 4 other settlements that are nearly ready, I would say, for videos doing. So if you have got any comments on the video itself, please put it down underneath. I do want to have some recommendations, some comments, and I do really want to listen to them, so please put them down. As I said, share it, like it, subscribe, all the usual stuff. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you soon.